Hello, and welcome to the PhazeCast. The 35th episode, now old enough to buy cheese
It's a stupid-ass joke. You do it every time now.
at the market.
You can always buy cheese at the market.
I don't think you can. You think think a 2-year-old can go in and just get cheese when it wants?
Isn't that like a whole Japanese, television show?
Yeah, dude, I love that show.
Hold on, I think they can. I think I've seen it.
I love that show. That's only in
They can
Japan,
buy
though.
anything at the park. What?
They'll kick a 2-year-old out here in America. Today is a difficult day. Well, it's Sunday today. Friday Roe v. Wade was overturned, and I feel that I have to say something, because usually I don't when social issues happen, but nobody is watching this anyway. It sort of comes from I don't feel like we have the platform to change anything, but I am very frustrated, Joe.
Mm-hmm. We don't have the platform to change anything, quote unquote, but we do have a platform for the voices to be heard. And I want people, because I'm originally from Phoenix. Eric is still in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Right now I'm in Colorado Springs. It's not exactly
very...
the bluest of places, but even then it's not about that, in my opinion. It's not about blue. It's not about red. It's not about any of that. It's just about the freedom of choice.
Yeah.
And whenever that freedom of choice is taken away in any shape, form, or capacity, it's something to watch out for, and it's something to please let your voices be heard in some way, shape, or form. Support those who are, going through a rough time right now, because some of us, quite a few of us, have had rights taken away. And it is crazy that we live in this part of history where that is even possible, to regress to something so far back, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But we here at the PhazeCast want to promote that you all love each other, that you stay safe, and that
and look for resources if you need them.
Yes,
because they're out there. It is something that happened that immediately endangered so many people, and I'm not talking like next year or something. This is 7 states right off the bat outright banned it, except in cases of medical emergency. But a lot of those states, in cases of medical emergency, require proof of that not everybody is going to be able to get. There are states that don't have exceptions for rape and incest, and this is right off the bat that people are going to die. And the only thing that you can do right now is look for resources for your state if you need them, because they're fucking out there.
Reach out to those in other states. I know that there are plenty of people out there who are trying to help other people, and know that we support you in any way we can. I don't know if you putting a comment on YouTube or TikTok about saying, hey, could I stay at your house for a bit while I get something done, is possible. But
people have been doing that, huh?
Yeah, people have been doing it. I know several people in my personal life who have taken up, just as places for people to go. I don't know if my place is a safe place for people. However,
but they are out there. But they are out there.
However, I do urge anybody who is feeling, if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling worried, please reach out to a loved one. Please reach out to someone. Eric, I know this is putting some stuff on you, but if we can put some phone numbers at the bottom of the screen, just some help.
I think
that'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that. I don't know them off the top of my head, so if you're listening to this, go to YouTube if you need resources, because that's something too, that the mental health, that's when you're talking about people who are going to die. Mm-hmm. An aspect of that too is the mental health issues associated with having your rights taken away, with having to endure a pregnancy that you don't want, with having medical issues that you shouldn't have to deal with. So it just is a wild, sad time. and I can't believe that these states have acted so quickly to ruin this for so many people. But I have no way of transitioning from this to anything else. It's been tough this weekend to do like I did a video on TikTok where I was like, hey, usually I'm pretty silent about this stuff because I feel like people need a break, but we don't fucking deserve a break from this. And then from there it was like, I just don't feel like making content, doing anything. but
I know,
but
it's hard.
In people people I guess do need a break sometimes. I need a fucking break, and I don't even have to deal with it as directly as many people have to deal with it. So
end of the day, take the breaks that you need. Don't doom scroll. Don't fucking doom scroll. That will get you in a bad place.
But stay informed.
Stay informed. Do stay informed. So what we're going to do here is we're going to attempt to switch gears, and we're going to attempt to entertain you and possibly give you some serotonin that, people desperately need. And I'm going to start that off.
Here comes the pep!
By saying that Eric Gallagher...
Oh, don't say my last name. I'm going to bleep that.
Eric Gallagher.
I'm going to bleep that.
Has been telling me for the last few weeks that he burned a bit of his hair off, and he's been needing a haircut.
I am self-conscious,
and he has yet to do that. So he's been self-conscious the entire time.
I've been trying to angle my head this way for weeks now. And you know what? I was gonna get a haircut yesterday, and then I just
that's what you said every week for the past few weeks. You said I was gonna go get a haircut, but then I didn't.
It's a depression thing.
I'm trying to make shit. Damn it! This fucking guy. God damn it! Why do you do this?
To segue here, I was partaking in the devil's lettuce.
He smokes,
and
weed.
I had my head
every
down.
day.
I don't do that
every day.
No, I don't. I used to.
He's a pothead.
I used to.
Pothead to the
I used to
10th degree.
smoke a lot, but now I do it infrequently enough that I can't fucking do it without hurting myself. So I was down like this, and my friend was like, "Oh, that really lit up," and it turned out that it was my hair. I kept it. It's right here.
What do you mean you kept it? You kept your... Get your burnt-ass hair out of here. Throw it away. What do you mean you kept it? Who the fuck are you? My god.
This has made me feel a little bit better, Joe.
Shut up. Don't mention it. Just move forward.
Did you watch
Did
you watch Miss Marvel this week?
Yes, I watched Miss Marvel. It was great. There was a Bollywood scene. There was a cool fight scene.
The fight scene to Bon Jovi was the best part of the episode.
That was great.
That was the best part.
Yeah. Fuck you. There was a goddamn Bollywood wedding dance.
That also was great, but sort of
How
led
dare
into the
you.
Bon. That sort of led into the Bon Jovi.
That's part one.
The whole wedding, and the battle or the fight scene after Bon Jovi stopped was pretty well choreographed too. I enjoyed it.
I don't understand some of their powers. That dude clearly he punched into concrete and he's super strong, but then he was taken away by people.
Was that the guy with the whip?
No, that was the guy with the mace who tapped it and it just kind of grew. That dude's whip was his belt, right? Is that what I saw?
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And did the one girl just have a gun? What did she have?
My power is gun.
Yeah. That's Vigilante from DC. That's your comic book nerd hero of the day.
I overall like this episode. I think that we didn't get enough will they, won't they content between...
Oh, God. Are you sure? We had the cameraman show up and it was a giant...
I liked the fact that the new guy was on board with her using her power to get them back to their dimension or whatever, but then changed his mind because I thought, yes, he's out of the way, and now the true love can blossom. But then it was like, which one is the true love? I don't know.
Here's what I don't get.
What?
And this is just like, I think, a basic story plot hole. Maybe they'll explain it later. But their whole thing is that they've been around for a long time, right? the 40s and they look fine. They're not aging too bad.
Yeah, they said that
it.
they don't age quickly, right?
Yeah.
They age slower.
And when Kamala was like, "Hey, it's a little dangerous. We just need more time. I'm willing to help," and the leader of them read that text, her response, what are you doing? I'm talking here.
Yeah, I'm listening. When the leader of that read the... I'm listening.
All right?
When the leader of that read the text...
Listen, we're having a discussion here.
This is the worst episode of the show so far.
Shut the fuck up. Now then.
I showed my hair. When the leader of the group showed that text...
No, when she read the text, her immediate response was like, well... We gotta force her to do it now. Like, there's no time to wait.
Right. Yeah,
and I'm like, what the fuck? Why? You've had plenty of time to wait. You've waited like 80 years at this point.
That hasn't been explained.
Calm the fuck
why
down.
but there might be a reason, right? Why
that's
they need to do it.
Yeah, but from what we were introduced and the information we've been given now, I'm like, they're just fucking... That, like, what villain would immediately go, oh, we're just going to force her to do it now, instead of, like, you already tried the seduction route. Why aren't you keeping going on the seduction route? Why did you immediately go, like, and then we're going to be evil?
Yeah.
That's
true.
The dumbest shit I've ever heard. Be a better villain.
They could have probably convinced her to just do it if they were nicer.
Yeah. And, like, what the fuck? I don't know. Yeah. That's my only gripe with it. I like seeing a superhero police force.
The damage control people.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of them in general. They show up in the comics also. They have a whole comic.
Yes.
And it's a really interesting concept. So I'm excited to see more of that. I hope they do like a TV series just about like them having to clean up New York after the Avengers fucking destroy it.
They did like a mini episode thing of it a few times.
They did, yeah.
They've done that stuff, yeah. I don't know if I want that because that just might lead to another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. situation, and I did not like that show.
I never watched it. You didn't like it?
It was pretty boring. Apparently it got really good because they knew, like, the S.H.I.E.L.D. is Hydra thing was going to happen. And, like, that's when, like, some of the one of the major cast members of the first 1 or 2 seasons was a Hydra member. And it was, like, a whole, like, a lot of bad things happening. But the first season I watched was, like, and we're going to reference Captain America, even though he's not going to show up.
Right, there's only so many times.
And we're going to reference Tony Stark, even though he's not going to show up.
There are only so many times that you can name drop Thor before it just gets old.
Yeah.
That's sort of the vibe that I got from the show, and so I never even really engaged with it.
Yeah. I liked Phil Coulson.
Yeah,
I liked Phil Coulson a lot.
Yeah.
But I think he deserves more movie time, less TV time. Put him back into movies.
No, I like Robert Paulson also. But,
his name is Robert Paulson.
Did you know that what I didn't like about this episode is that they sort of stepped away from the imaginative portrayal of her thoughts a bit in this episode.
They did the texts.
They did the texts, but I mean, it was a real dynamic thing going on in the first 2 episodes there.
I think we saw a lot more of it in the first 2 episodes because her mind is going everywhere.
Yeah, she has a little bit more to focus on right now.
Now she has a lot to focus on, a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
I think it's reflected in that, and I think that's why we're seeing less of it.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but then it's just a little less interesting to look at for me. Because I really like those aspects of it. And I'd like to see that incorporated in a fight the way that they... Not that it necessarily has to be an Edgar Wright, Scott Pilgrim sort of thing. It can't be...
I don't think we're going to see a POW in a fight here.
Yeah, right? But
we're not going to see people burst into coins, my dude.
But if she's processing something... I don't know. There are ways that you can incorporate it without it being pow bang
we still got a few episodes left. We don't know.
No, yeah. How many episodes is it?
I think it's 6. I think we're doing 6.
Really? Only 6?
6 or 7. And then I think it's going to be a series. It's a series. It's not going to be just, you know. And then we're done with Ms. Marvel.
You think Brie Larson's going to show up?
It's only 6 episodes. I don't know.
Are they, like, done with Brie Larson? I can't tell.
I don't know. It's hard. Because they really... I mean, they because it's Ms. Marvel, you have to, like, really, like, show that she's a fan of Captain Marvel. And like we've seen another Captain Marvel adjacent character in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, right.
So it's hard to. I don't know what their vibe is.
We've seen them
cancel
like they're
whole ass shows before.
Yeah, and it feels like they're moving in on her territory a little bit.
I mean, they're just taking over. They're just replacing her with a newer, younger model who's Honestly, finding out the actress is a super hardcore nerd for Marvel too is just good casting to me. Apparently, she likes to bring up the fact too. I think it's Kevin Feige that they call their universe 616, but she's like, no, it shouldn't be 616 because that's the comic canon, and this isn't comic canon. This is movies. And apparently, she brings that up to him every time they talk. And there's a part of me, a deep nerdy part of me, that's like, you fucking tell him.
Yeah.
You tell him that that's not the fucking universe number, and he needs to get it goddamn right.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
She hasn't had any acting credits prior to this, too.
No, she's great, too.
Yeah, she is good.
She does a wonderful job. The entire cast does a wonderful job. I like her second best friend. I forget the character's name. But
yeah.
I like seeing the whole, I don't know how to deal with people, but then I'm going to fucking stand up for shit either way. Like, the episode prior, when she went to Kamala's dad, it was
that's right.
You're not gonna step on our dreams, right? I'm like, you've been like a father to me too, and just played his ass in a giant circle, and you can see how a quarter in the conversation he knows he's fucked, and he's like, and he's just standing her dad is a great actor. I love her dad.
Yeah, me
so
too.
Fucking much.
It's just all around a likable cast.
It's a great cast.
It's like the most likable cast that I've seen in Marvel in a while.
It's street level stuff. I love street level stuff.
Me too, dude. That's why Spider-Man has the appeal that he has.
Spider-Man, Daredevil, give me fucking who's street level. I mean, Batman and his whole family are nothing but street level shit. Except Batman sometimes gets called up to deal with the Justice League. But
yeah, well, Spider-Man sometimes gets called to deal with the Avengers. But it's
they're
the street level
strong
stuff.
enough. They're strong enough and great enough to be high tier heroes. But they never forget about the street level shit, and that's fucking great. I love that shit.
Yeah, and it's at a level where you can engage with it more realistically. You can, as a human being, be like, "Wow, I feel like maybe I could be Daredevil if I were blind and got muck poured on my eyes, and then my dad died, and then I got a cool suit."
All right. All right. Take about 10% off there over there, okay?
I feel like even as an adult, it's hard not to watch something like Daredevil and be like, I wish that I could do that.
I mean, and here's the thing, with most of Daredevil stuff you can. In fact, it should be easier because you can see. You should be able to fight things. I saw the best fucking TikTok involving Daredevil. I don't know who it was. I'm sorry. I wish I could. But it was like, someone made a joke that Daredevil just cries before and after sex all the time. And one of the writers for Daredevil retweeted, and he's like, it is canon that he cries before and after sex, but not during, because he has a fucking job to do. And I'm just like, damn!
It's because he's so sensitive.
Yeah, but and then someone did this TikTok where he's like, "Are you all right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." It's like, I don't know if I'm into this. Then he grabs them by the throat. He's like, "Oh, now time to get to work." And then he just fucking goes.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's great.
He's just
Daredevil's sensitive.
He's in touch with his feelings because he's in touch with his senses. Listen,
except for sight.
I don't look at Iron Man though and go, man, I wish that I could run a war profiteering company and fight aliens.
He only did that once.
I'm just saying.
He changed the company.
It's on a level that I can't relate to.
That's fair. Playboy billionaire philanthropist isn't something you can relate with.
I mean, I wish I was that, I guess, but...
You know what I don't get? We do have, quote unquote, I'm saying quote unquote here, Playboy billionaire philanthropists. How come none of them are trying to make Iron Man suits? I mean, they must be, right? They have to be. I don't.
Oh, like in real life? Oh, they definitely are.
They have to be trying to make Iron Man suits, right?
They've got, yeah. Oh, yeah. But realistically, I feel like in real life, the war game is going to automation. You know?
Yeah.
They don't want the people in the planes
That's
anymore.
what the new Top Gun told me.
Yeah, that was the dumbest part of Top Gun to me. I was thinking to myself, like, what do you mean? Like, that's a good thing, man. Like, how dare they make it safer for pilots?
Well, because people want to fly. People want to be up in the air flying.
Yeah, I get it's his hobby. Whatever.
I would also like, I mean, he has just a fucking biplane in his goddamn... He has a fucking garage. He has his own goddamn, like, hangar. That's where he lives. He likes to fly planes. He
just flies planes and sits in that chair in his garage.
Yep. And then he rides his motorcycle.
Looks at pictures of Miles Teller and goes, Miles.
Talk to me, Goose.
Talk to me, Miles.
Talk to me, Miles.
We also have the series finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh my god.
To discuss, which I feel like will take a while, so we should
we should start that now. How about you lead questions here, because I'm just going to I'll just start gushing, and I don't want to do that. Oh, spoiler alert, I really fucking liked it. Also, spoiler alert, if you didn't like it, cool, that's your opinion, man. But it didn't ruin Star Wars.
It seemed like the general consensus, though, was pretty positive toward the last couple of episodes, which is funny because it's like, that's the climax, so, like, yeah, that's the part where the action happens.
Yep.
But, yeah, I mean, I thought it was incredibly well done. Did you like the way that they handled threading it into A New Hope? Because I did. I thought there
What
were
do you
some,
mean by threading it into A New Hope?
I thought there were some key moments, especially between Anakin and Obi-Wan in their final battle. There were just small things, like the fact, I mean, it was so emotional and impactful.
Oh,
that,
God. That's my
Anakin,
second favorite lightsaber scene now. That's like, God, like...
What's your first? Is it the throne room? And
No, it's Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan in Rebels.
Oh, in Rebels.
Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
It is a very short fight scene. It is emotionally charged and is one of the most intelligent lightsaber fights I've ever seen. It's not big, it's not flashy, it's literally one strike from each of them, but it is so well done. I'm gushing already.
My favorite's the throne room in The Last Jedi, because
that was so good.
The use of color in it is...
Color is good. I love back-to-back fighting. I like different weapons that can hit... I just knocked my headphones out. Different weapons that can, like, fight against lightsabers that aren't lightsabers. Like, I liked that.
That was cool.
Super cool.
But, so, the moment between Anakin and Obi-Wan where he says, you didn't kill Anakin, I did.
Oh my god. The use of color, the emotional gravitas of the whole scene.
The transition in his voice between Darth Vader's voice and Anakin's too was very smart. And I'm glad also that they didn't go Darth Vader for when he said I did. I'm real glad. It was very
you saw the color. You saw the lightsaber colors on his face.
Yeah.
When it was blue, like, that was Anakin. Anakin was talking. And... like, that's Anakin fighting through Vader to talk to Obi-Wan in that moment.
Right.
And to give him something. He gave Obi-Wan, like, no, dude, you didn't kill me. I killed me. Vader killed me.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not, like, even though he said I am what you made me earlier, that was Anakin saying, this is me. This is not you. This is not your fault. In a weird, like, forgiving, almost like, hey, no, we're here now, but there's a part of me that cares about you, and I want you to know that even though I'm going to fucking kill you when I'm Vader again, because Vader's going to come out, I don't blame you for becoming this. And fuck, that messed me up.
It ended up, being a release for both of them, and that's what I mean as far as, like, tying it into A New Hope, is then it adds weight to the fact that in A New Hope, Obi-Wan says Vader killed your father. Yeah. And it adds weight to the fact that he calls him Darth when he goes, only a master of evil, Darth. Which always stood out because I was like, why is he fucking calling him by his title? But now I get it. Yeah. Now I get it. Because that's what he is his title. That's what's left of him. And so... and it sets it up in a way where it makes sense that Darth Vader is not obsessively pursuing Obi-Wan anymore. Because there's always that thought of, like, seriously, he didn't find Luke Skywalker with his last name? That was it. Palpatine did not want that complicating Darth Vader's brain.
Yep.
And he was like, that's it. You cannot be going after him. And Obi-Wan knew too that was not his fight.
I think Obi-Wan just didn't, like he said, like, because I've talked to some people, and people were very upset that Obi-Wan, like, why didn't he just kill Darth Vader then?
But
why the fuck didn't you? And my first thing is canon. Duh. But also, like, it doesn't matter if he says that Anakin is truly dead, my friend is truly gone. Obi-Wan isn't gonna fucking kill him. No. That's not new. Like, instead of killing Anakin in episode 3, like, he left and let him burn and die. Like, he couldn't physically bring himself to end the blow. He was just like, he'll die. I have to leave. I have to get out of here. Yep. Like, and that's just emotional, like, contradictions and depth that I love to see in characters. I have to talk about the lightsaber. I have to talk about when the helmet broke. I'm sorry. Because that's straight from Rebels, too. The helmet crash, and, like, just seeing a bit of the face. Rebels did that scene with him and Ahsoka.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was so good. Because Ahsoka did that to him, and they did the same thing, where it was Vader's voice, but Anakin's a bit too. And then you will die is the same line he gave Obi-Wan in the beginning of their fight. Just parallels, man. But I was looking at the blue lightsaber covering his face when he was Anakin, fully going into red when he covers his face. Obi-Wan saying that my friend is truly dead, but on Obi-Wan's face, there's a little bit of blue. It mixed within all the red from the lightsaber.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's because I turned off the light with that slam. I got so excited. It's because that Obi-Wan didn't see it, even though it was right there in front of him. There's still a little bit of good.
Yeah,
there was that little bit of good, and like, God fucking damn it, I love it when Star Wars is good. I love it when Star Wars is good. I love it when they do in-depth character shit like that. Go ahead and ask me another question while I go and attempt to fix my light, because I'm an excited child.
You were excited about
Everything. True.
What Darth Vader and the Inquisitor might have in store for Reva at the end.
Yeah, no,
nothing. And they ended up not really having anything for her.
Nah, they really. That's almost worse, because that's like, we literally don't give a fuck about
I know,
you.
that's sort of the way I read it too, is that was like, they spent that last episode embarrassing the shit out of her, and then when they were done with that, they were like, we don't even fucking care. If you live, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. Bye.
But it was a good redemption for her.
I felt it did feel weird seeing. On one hand, you want to think that motherfucker with a lightsaber on the dark side of the power should just run over them, right? Should just run over Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen. Should just take them to town. But clearly she was conflicted during the entirety of that fucking moment and injured.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. There's like parents who have like lifted cars off their kids and shit, so I believe it.
Yeah. No, by the way, Aunt Beru, she's fucking ready to go, bro. Like,
Aunt Beru,
get the rifles out, set shit up. We're gonna throw things on her when she goes. Just remember, we have a whole pattern to lead them away, and it's just like fucking shit. Aunt
they
Beru,
were ready,
and
it makes sense.
Which makes sense,
right? Exactly.
Right? Yeah, it makes sense for like we know Luke Skywalker.
They knew what they were getting into.
Yeah.
And they were fucking ready, and they killed it. Did you know that the woman who played Aunt Beru, this is, I think, her first acting role since she escaped a sex cult?
No. What the fuck?
It is. Yeah. I forget the name of it. Some other celebrities were involved. They sort of did a thing where they were trying to get celebrities involved to lure other members in more easily by, being like, I'm your favorite person from Gilmore Girls. Why don't you come join my sex cult? It's more serious than that, but she is out, and I don't think was ever part of the charges for like
Jesus Christ.
entrapment or whatever they got other people on. So good
probably
for her.
Was stuck in the cult. That's some weird news to bring up. I was grooving. Why do you do this? I was so tired. I was so.
Do you want to see my hair again?
fuck off. That's what I want to do. I want you to fuck right the hell off, my guy.
You don't get to see where the Grand Inquisitor ends up.
Yes, we do. It's called Rebels.
Yeah, but he just shows up in episode 5 and is like, "Fuck you, Reva," and then leaves.
And then it's Reva. Stop saying Reva. Why do you keep saying Reva?
It's like
It's Reva. It's Reva. You keep saying Reva because you read it once and then didn't hear her name get said again. You're like, what
did
was
they
her
say
name?
it in the show?
Yes!
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
No, that's fine. You're good. You're good. She doesn't want to hurt kids because it just goes back to fucking what happened to her, and I really like the Luke on the ground and then just transitioning between her and her past self. I like that she redemption is the thing from episode 6, right?
Yeah.
So we see it kind of happen in part 6.
Dude, and you were so right about that, by the way. you mentioned that so early on, and I don't know if you had... Because after that, I started seeing, there was, an article that I read that made that exact point. I was like, Joe should have written this article, man. You should have gotten on it, because it's true. I thought that was really smart and subtle. It wasn't like the way that Force Awakens is, where it's the exact same movie. But it had subtle nods to previous episodes, more in a Last Jedi way, where they have AT-AT type vehicles, but not even that. It was so subtle, and it was thematic, which was smart.
Yeah,
they're really good. Really good.
I like all the Star Wars things that Disney are doing. The only thing I didn't like was their movie trilogy. Yeah. Because they did and here's the thing: we see the difference between going in without a plan and going in with a plan.
Yeah.
If when they plan shit out, their shit's good. Mandalorian's doing well. I'm so excited for Ahsoka. I enjoyed Boba Fett. I know it's not everyone's favorite cup of tea.
I like Boba Fett. So the thing about Boba Fett is just that it doesn't work together. I like the Mandalorian stuff that happens in the Boba Fett show. I like the Boba Fett stuff, but then you stunt his character development for the sake of showing more Mandalorian stuff. But it is good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm excited also for Andor to see what that is.
Andor's gonna be good. We've talked about how you like on the street level Star Wars.
In stuff. Star Wars and in Marvel, it's my favorite part.
Street level's good. Yeah. I want a whole series about Haja.
That'd be fun too.
A whole series about him being a fake Jedi.
I would watch that. I thought that was a really clever inclusion.
It's so good. It's so good.
Because of course that would happen. People have all this faith in the Jedi. Somebody's going to exploit that. The same way that there are, people who
were
even
then, he did it, but he was still a good, he wasn't a bad guy.
No, he still was getting people out.
He's still getting people out. He helped Obi-Wan. Dude stood up to a fucking Inquisitor.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that
part.
So
you found me, huh?
I thought...
What's the bounty on me now?
I thought that was ballsy. I thought to myself, fuck, dude,
I thought he was dead. I thought he was gonna die. I'm like, oh, he got introduced. Oh, he's good. I thought he was gonna die almost immediately.
Me too.
Instead, Sand Queen died. Sorry, Sand Queen.
But Reva was not there to kill like that.
No. That's the thing. She does flashy stuff in public to show the fear, but when she's one-on-one with a lot of people, she just wants revenge. But guess what? Trying to do that is not good. It clearly never works out, especially in Star Wars. It never works out. And it was nice to see her learn that lesson. I wonder if she'll show up in other forms of media later on.
I'm sure she will, yeah. I kind of hope she does.
An ex-Inquisitor is kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe she'll fly with her lightsaber. No, she threw it in the fucking sand. God damn it! Stop!
You are so mad that nobody flew with their lightsaber.
It's so better. It's so okay. Remember part 1? Think back to part 1.
Yeah.
When she's on the rooftop running around, doing her parkour scene. That looked stupid.
Imagine if she flew.
No, it looked stupid because it wasn't it was clearly we have to make you do parkour, but you're not trained in parkour or anything like that. We're gonna do weird stuff where the set's gonna move, but it moves. It's not gonna look Other parkour running
It's
scenes
alright.
we've seen in Disney. Nah, rewatch it and tell me it's all right. Not now because we're in the middle of a show, but rewatch it, and you'll see how like floaty and weird it is. And even you can describe floaty because it's Star Wars and the Force. But you know what would have been cooler? She just fucking flying forward.
No one
Red
would have liked
helicopter.
that.
I would have liked it.
No one but you would have liked that.
Fuck you. Oh, listen, you old Star Wars fans who are too old to appreciate. It's so fucking cool. You can fly. It goes into two. It's the epitome of a useful lightsaber. You know what's not useful? Having a slightly curved hilt because you're a fencer.
Yeah, Count
That just makes you like good at one form. It's not actually useful.
I can attest to that because as a kid I owned, and actually still own, the Count Dooku lightsaber. And during lightsaber battles, nobody wanted the Count Dooku lightsaber.
Yeah. It's awkward because it's for fencing, but nobody knew how to fence when you're a 5-year-old. So... You know what's easy for people to learn? I have a saw blade. That's the first move every kid learns in a fight. If you get close to me, you're gonna feel the thunder.
The old General Grievous.
General Kenobi. Grievous did it. Grievous was spinning lightsabers too. They just looked at that like, but what if it was a double-bladed lightsaber? And because you're a human, you can't just spin your wrist like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, the Inquisitors are fine. I'm just saying, it would have looked silly if there was like a team of Inquisitors going...
That would look insane!
I don't know, man.
But, you have a chance to make it look scary, though. That's the thing. You have a chance to make it look intimidating.
They made it look intimidating when the Grand Inquisitor used the spinning.
Yeah! And then he just did this. And then he was flying.
It's like
butterfly in the sky.
It's like Mary Poppins, dude. It's not.
What's wrong with that,
dude?
You know who always did the Mary Poppins thing and looked cool as fuck doing it? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Mary Poppins, y'all.
Did you see Mary Poppins Returns?
No, it looks stupid.
It was actually pretty good. And I'll tell you what, Emily Blunt in that movie.
Hey, you know what I'm going to tell you?
I'm
not here to talk about fucking Mary Poppins.
Tell me to take a bath anytime. What?
Shut the fuck up. I am here talking about Mary Poppins. Get your horny ass out of here. Listen, we're going to... you're going to try and make me horny in a bit because we're going to do another phase point, but I don't think it ever works out.
I don't like the phrasing of that the point of that show is me trying to make you horny, but here we are.
Hey, I need more Divatoxes in my life.
We're not doing that this week, Joe. This week is the Muppets, baby.
You're right. I'm sorry. Although, because we're so sidetracked, I do want to get back to Star Wars. But before we do go back into Star Wars, I forgot that I have a brand new bit. Don't I?
You got a bit?
I have a bit. I have a bit. You know I have a bit. So...
Do you pull it out of a cracker box or something? Or is there like a...
What?
Never mind. What's your bit?
My bit is Muppets I'd like to fuck.
That's right.
Muppets I would like to fuck. So I'm gonna say it right here, right now. You're never gonna show her, and that people might be like, "Oh, you're just repeating basically the same from last week." No, I went with thick this week. Go ahead and put Miss Piggy up here.
Oh, Miss Piggy, classic,
beautiful. Miss Piggy has been with a lot of talented men. Nathan Fillion, canonically. Hermit the Frog.
Hermit?
Kermit the Frog, sorry. Not her. I just think of her. And how much I want to pork Miss Piggy.
It's just the pigs.
I wouldn't fuck the two space captains. The space pigs. But Miss Piggy, I would do terrible things.
Miss Piggy's a little too intense for me, man.
That's what I want.
I want
Yeah.
like an Emily Blunt, Mary Poppins level of intensity, not a Miss Piggy.
Man.
Miss Piggy yells.
Yeah, I want Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy's on the
yell.
same level as like Keira Knightley. Keira
Knightley? What did Keira Knightley do to you?
What do you mean? A lot of things. Did you see the Pirates movies?
I mean, she's in charge. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference. Miss Piggy's mean. Keira Knightley's in charge.
Miss Piggy is only mean...
Not Keira Knightley, but what's her face? Swan. Elizabeth Swan is in charge.
Natalie Portman.
Miss Piggy's just mean. She's mean, dude.
You're a child. Maybe one day you'll grow and learn. Anyway, Miss Piggy, how you doing?
She's not up there anymore.
What do you mean she's not out there anymore?
She's not up on the... If I do this later...
You have to do this later. And I'm mad that you didn't do it earlier on the Pamela Henderson bit. You're the editor. You just do what I tell you to, Monkey.
It's hard.
I don't care.
It's not hard, but it is time consuming.
I mean... Miss Piggy.
Oh, come on!
Boom. Thing I want to talk about real quick before we stop talking about Star Wars. Darth Vader and Obi-Wan's force powers. Holy shit!
Oh, he threw all those rocks at him!
Quake! Darth Vader was like... Okay, I want to point out that Darth Vader, in every fight that they've had, has been making callbacks to the fight that he lost.
Yeah.
What was like, oh, remember that time you put me in lava? Rocks, earth, drag you through the fire, motherfucker. Remember when you said you had the high ground? I made my own high ground, Obi-Wan.
That's true.
Fuck you. I have the high ground.
And then he fucking buried him. And then Obi-Wan threw even more rocks at him. I do think it's funny, and I mean, of course, because they're older, but I do think it's funny that this fight leads into... I was thinking about the fight in A New Hope, where he's like, no, I'm the master. And he's like, only a master of the evil doth. And they go... Psh, psh, psh. Compared to this fight, where he throws both of them throw the entire earth at them.
He did the thing. I told you about the thing. He did the thing.
He did do the thing. And he also said, hello there.
He did say hello there. That means in every series that Obi-Wan has been in, he has said hello there.
Yeah. Did you see them all three at once?
Yes, I did. It's crazy. Look at that. That's crazy. Prequel trilogy, Obi-Wan series, and A New Hope. The hello there's. All three hello there's.
I love it. You gotta love it.
We also have, this is a different meme, but we have the full name of Obi-Wan Kenobi being yelled at by the two people he fights the most and hates the most. We have Darth Vader yelling Obi-Wan, and then from the Rebels episode I was talking about with Darth Maul, he's like in the Tatooine. He's kind of crazy at this point. And he's just yelling, Kenobi! Like up into the sky, just like Darth Vader did. So someone put them side by side, where it's just going to hit like Vader going Obi-Wan, and then Maul finishing Kenobi! Like it's great.
That's pretty good.
I love Star Wars memes.
They finished the whole.
They're stupid.
They finished the whole name. They also, I guess, have General Grievous going General Kenobi.
Yeah. You are going to mention the guy that you were so excited to see from.
In Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks?
No.
Oh, Qui-Gon is in it. Qui-Gon was in it at the end. Yeah. Which was,
How much money did they give him to be like, oh, you're going to make me put on my long hair so I can turn around and be like, about time. We got a lot of things to go. Let's go. And then he just disappears.
I liked it, though, because that was the affirmation that he has reconnected with the Force.
I mean,
in a significant way.
That was the affirmation?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was the...
Did you see the thing where he was like, ah!
But that was anger. Obi-Wan's connection to...
That was not anger. Well, that was not anger.
Obi-Wan's connection to Qui-Gon is his calm, learning of the Force that he needs for the next, 10 fucking years.
Uh-huh.
And that's the only thing, because they were like, well, we'll leave it open for, maybe we'll do another season. If they did, which I don't really think they need to do.
I don't want them to.
But I would, if they got Liam Neeson back, I would just love to see more of the two of them.
I don't want Liam Neeson and him talking for 6 episodes. I don't want that.
I do. It'd be like a sitcom where they're, living in a cave, and he's like...
He has a house at the beginning of A New Hope. He has, a home.
He's like, Qui-Gon,
it's not that shitty.
We're having company tonight. And Qui-Gon's like, I told you I didn't want anyone to come over tonight. And he's like, oh, you're always doing this. And then the audience laughs.
Let me write things and predict things. And you, my friend, can just react. Okay? Okay? Oh... You're the producers in the boardroom who are like, but what if he had a vest? And I'm like, I don't want to put a vest on this guy. And then the other people are like, well, he's providing a lot of money. I'm like, fine, we'll put a stupid vest on this guy. Like, you're that guy. You're the guy who has to chime in, and we have to put in a little bit to appease you.
I've written about half a book. Do you want to read it sometime?
You wrote half a book?
Yeah, I'm about halfway through it.
About what?
I don't know, stuff. I want to see what you think.
A book about stuff.
Yeah.
Is it like a fiction book?
Yeah.
Is it like...
Yeah.
I'd love to read it. Please send it to me. Send it over to me.
I'll send you
I love that.
I'll send you the first couple of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
You forget,
well, everybody.
You forget,
This is
Joe.
not weird.
I dropped out of creative writing school, so.
Well, everybody, it's been nice talking to you all. Love each other. Make love to each other. Make love to Muppets.
Especially them.
Especially them, because they have great face reactions.
Do they? They can only make like one face.
You say that, but look at Kermit.
We're going back to... This is Wednesday today. I'm changing it because the only reason that we changed it was to keep up with the Obi-Wan episodes because
He's
they
just
were coming
lazy
out.
and doesn't want to edit it super fast anymore.
I don't.
Which
it's
is
hard.
fine. He was
We're
like
going
fast
Wednesday?
editing. Are you sure? Because we had a very important message at the beginning of it. You don't want to do one more Monday?
Things will still suck on Wednesday.
Wow. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for spending a bit of your time watching us or listening to us bullshit around and talk shit, yada yada yada. We always appreciate the 5 of you who listen. We appreciate anybody who watches our stuff on TikTok and other forms of media.
Face Point on Friday. We'll see you then also. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.